The first 4 planets and the last 4 planets are separated by a large ring that also revolves around the Sun. This ring is made out of thousands of space rocks called asteroids. That is why it's called the asteroid belt. Remember the craters on the Moon? Sometimes these asteroids break free and they run into our Moon and other planets. Some have even hit Earth. The 5th planet from the Sun is Jupiter. It is an enormous planet made out of gas. Jupiter has thick bands around it. These bands are clouds made from different gases that are separated from each other by the fast rotation, or spinning, of the planet. One day on Jupiter takes about 9 hours on Earth. Jupiter is known for its great red spot. This spot is a giant storm on the planet. The storm is so large that it is even bigger than Earth. Jupiter is also the largest planet in our solar system. You would need about 1,300 Earths to make one Jupiter. Saturn is the 2nd largest and 6th planet from the Sun. It is one of the easiest planets for people to recognize. That is because it is known for its large, beautiful rings. Saturn's rings are made of ice, dust, and rocks. Saturn is a lot like Jupiter. The gases they are made of are very similar. It also has cloud bands like Jupiter, although Saturn's aren't as noticeable. Saturn's day and year are close to Jupiter's too. Uranus is the 7th planet from the Sun and the smallest of the gas planets. Uranus is one of the most unique planets in our solar system. This is because it does not rotate upright like the other planets. It actually spins on its side. It is believed that a large object once ran into Uranus so hard that it knocked it over on its side. Uranus also has rings like Saturn, but they aren't as noticeable as Saturn's rings. That is because there aren't as many rings and they are much smaller. Uranus is often called the twin of the 8th planet in our solar system. This planet is named Neptune. They are called twins because they are close to the same size. Although Neptune is a little bigger than Uranus, they are also made out of the same gases and are both blue. These planets get their blue color because they both have a surface layer of a gas called methane. When the sun's light hits Neptune and Uranus, it reflects back through this layer of methane gas, which makes them appear blue. Neptune also has something in common with another giant planet. That's Jupiter. This is because they both have giant storms. Do you remember on Jupiter we call the storm the Great Red Spot? Well, the spot on Neptune is called the Great Dark Spot. That is because it appears darker than the rest of the planet. Neptune is the last of the giant planets and the last planet in our solar system. These are the last 4 planets in our solar system. They are the furthest away from the Sun. These planets are all made out of gases, and they are the biggest planets in our solar system. That is why they are called the gas giants. I bet if you asked your parents about the planets in the solar system, many would tell you that there are actually 9 planets. That is because when your parents were growing up, and maybe even your brothers and sisters, scientists believe that there was a rocky planet named Pluto that came after Neptune. Pluto is so far away from the Sun that if you looked at the Sun from Pluto, it would look like a regular star, like the ones we see at night from Earth. Pluto is smaller than Mercury. For a long time, scientists argued over whether Pluto was a planet or not. Some said it was too small to be a planet. In 2006, a bunch of scientists got together to decide if Pluto would remain a planet. They came up with guidelines or rules that would decide if it was. Think of these guidelines as the height bar at an amusement park. To get on a ride, the bar says you have to be a certain height. If you don't reach the bar, then you don't make the cut, and you can't go on the rides. This is the same with Pluto. According to the new planet guidelines, Pluto didn't reach the bar, so it was no longer considered a planet. Pluto is now called a dwarf planet. Is anything bigger than our solar system? You bet. Our solar system is part of another space community. This community is called a galaxy. There are more galaxies in the universe than anyone could count. Our galaxy is called the Milky Way. Yep, just like the chocolate bar. This is what it looks like from Earth. A galaxy is a collection of billions of stars, gas, and dust that come together to form a shape. The Milky Way galaxy has formed in the shape of a spiral. Other galaxies can form other shapes. This is an elliptical galaxy, a spiral galaxy, a peculiar galaxy, and an irregular galaxy. All of these star-filled galaxies are what is in the universe. Do you recall me saying how difficult it is to know where you belong in such a huge place? Well, I'll show you. Out of all the galaxies in the universe, ours is the Milky Way. Our sun is one of the stars in the Milky Way, and our planet is a third one that revolves around the sun. On our planet, we live on the North American continent, in the United States, in the state of Maine, in the county of Penobscot, in the city of Old Town. Here's your school, Old Town Elementary School, and here is you back in Miss O's first grade classroom, right where I left you. That is your place in space.